Well, Diego, you wanted to be a part of the first Mexico City card on UFC 180. Injuries prevented you. How does it feel to finally be booked for a fight in Mexico again?
Just the way everything turned out, it feels like it's a part of destiny. And God had the perfect plan. I wasn't intended to fight the card in Mexico City, but I'm here. I'm, here I am, and I'm gonna be fighting in Monterrey, and I'm pumped. I'm excited, and it's just a great opportunity because the fighter that I'm fighting is a very highly ranked fighter, number 4 in the world, Ricardo Lamas. It'll be my 4th weight division in the UFC, and a win here in this fight will be something that's never been done in the UFC history.
Looks like Kenny Florian and you are joined by Destiny, the first Ultimate Fighter finale. If you hit 146 on November 20th, you'll be only the second fighter in the UFC other than Kenny to fight in 4 divisions. Why 145?
One word, Conor McGregor. He rubbed me wrong since the very beginning. Before he even fought in the UFC, he was disrespecting the UFC, disrespecting the fighters, and it always rubbed me wrong because this is a guy, who didn't earn his keep, and he was disrespecting us, disrespecting me, disrespecting all the guys who paved the path for him to be making millions of dollars. And the guy's making a lot of money. I'm glad he brings a great country. He brings a lot of talk. He brings a lot of arrogance to the cage, and it's something I stand against. And when I seen him, a guy my size, making the weight at 145 and doing it correctly, I said, "Wow, look, it can be done. It's going to be very difficult. It will be a challenge, but look, with great sacrifice comes great reward." The guy has been fighting guys that are a lot shorter, a lot smaller, and like he said in interviews, the guys don't hit hard compared to some of the guys I fought in the past at 70, at 55, or even at 85. And so I just feel being at 145 is going to give me a lot of advantages. First of all, having a longer reach. Second of all, being a taller fighter is just going to completely change up my style and open up a lot of doors for different techniques and a whole different style. And also, the other person who was influential in me making the cut down to 145 was Damian Maia, and his cut down to 170, and the success he had dominating tough wrestlers like John Fitch and Rick Story and Kim. He just dominated tough wrestlers with his size and his strength, and that's something that I look to do in this new division.
Did you watch or did you hear about the Friday's conference where Conor started going off on Rafael dos Anjos, on Cowboy, just running his mouth again? Did you see it? Did you hear about it?
I did. I saw the conference, and I just, this is a guy who, in my mind, his arrogance and his brashness is just, it's taking it too far. Everybody, there's a line, and I feel like he's crossing that line, and you reap what you sow. And first of all, he has to fight Aldo. So I'm personally picking Aldo to be the winner in that fight, even though Conor will have a definitive size advantage. I think that Aldo will be able to figure out the puzzle, and with his experience and his greatness, I think he will come out on top. And Conor has talked of going back to 155, but if he chooses to stay at 145, I'll be right here waiting for him.
On the other end of the spectrum is Ricardo Lamas, someone who's very respectful, who's a tough opponent. He told us that you are the prototypical Mexican fighter. What does it mean to fight someone like Ricardo? Not only for the ranking, but someone that's so respectful, but also so skilled.
Ricardo Lamas is the definition of a true warrior, and that's why that's the fight I wanted. I wanted to fight somebody who I knew had the heart and had the balls to go in there and fight me, that wasn't going to play ring around the rosies and run around the ring and just try to run and hit and move for the whole fight. And that's what I wanted in this fight, is to give the Mexican fans the fight they deserve, the fight that they want to see, and that's two Latinos that are going to stand in the ring, that are going to fight, and not to say that we're going to just go brawl. We're true mixed martial artists. we know how to wrestle, we know how to grapple, and you know, if the fight goes to the ground, you know, it's not going to be a boring fight. You know, it's not going to be one of those boring lay and pray fights. If the fight goes to the ground, it will be a bloody fight where we're hitting each other and smashing each other with elbows in the face and moving. And so no matter where this fight goes, it's an exciting fight. And like I said, man, me and Ricardo were really cool. We're very respectful to each other. We both feel the same way about Conor McGregor and his disrespect. And we're in there fighting each other to feed our families. And when you get two men that have families behind them, that have these responsibilities, and just it brings out a different side of a man. And that's where me and Ricardo are right now at our voyage as men, as fighters, as warriors. We're the same age, and we've had relatively long careers with a lot of great fights, and it's destiny for us to do something very special for the Mexican fans and for the UFC.